My girlfriend said, "I can't build a future with someone who has no ambition," and left the same week I lost my job. She didn't know I'd already accepted an offer triple my old salary. 7 weeks later, she saw the announcement of my promotion on LinkedIn and texted, "Maybe we grew apart too fast." My reply ended the conversation permanently. I'm 36, and until 2 months ago, I thought I had my life figured out. I was with someone for 4 years. We met at a friend's wedding, started dating shortly after, moved in together after 18 months. She worked in pharmaceutical sales, made decent money, always talked about building wealth and having security. I worked as a senior software engineer at a mid-sized tech company. Good salary, but nothing extraordinary. We were comfortable. Or so I thought. The problem started around January. She became critical. Not about specific things, about everything. My work-life balance was wrong. I wasn't networking enough. I didn't have enough drive. I spent too much time on personal projects and not enough time advancing my career. Every conversation felt like a performance review I was failing. I tried explaining that I was actually happy with my work, that I was respected in my role, that I was being considered for a promotion, that I was interviewing with other companies for better opportunities. She'd nod, but her expression said she didn't believe me, or didn't care. February 14th, Valentine's Day. I took her to a nice restaurant, made reservations weeks in advance, ordered champagne, the whole thing. Halfway through dinner, she started talking about her co-worker who'd just bought a house. "He's only 32, she said, "already owns property. That's great for him. We should be thinking about that. Building equity. We've talked about this. I'm waiting to see how this job situation plays out before we make any big purchases." She set down her fork. "That's the problem. You're always waiting, always being cautious. Meanwhile, everyone around us is moving forward. I'm not being cautious for no reason. I'm being strategic." "No, you're being scared. There's a difference." We barely spoke the rest of the meal. I paid the check, $200 that I'd saved specifically for that night, and we drove home in silence. The real breaking point came March 1st. I got laid off. The company had been struggling financially, and they cut 20% of staff. I saw it coming from a mile away, which is why I'd already been interviewing elsewhere for months. But she didn't know that. I came home that afternoon around 3 p.m. She was working from home, on a video call in the bedroom. I waited in the living room until she finished. When she came out around 3:45, I told her, "I got laid off today." Her face went through several expressions: shock, then concern, then something else, something that looked like disappointment or maybe even anger. "What happened?" "Company-wide cuts, 20% of staff. I've been expecting it." "What are you going to do?" "I've been interviewing. I'll figure it out." "When were you going to tell me you were interviewing?" "I am telling you. I've been interviewing for the past 3 months. I have a final round next week with a company that's offering significantly more than I make now." She crossed her arms. "So you've been planning to leave your job for months and didn't mention it?" "I mentioned it on Valentine's Day. I said I was waiting to see how the job situation played out. This is what I meant." "You didn't say you were actively interviewing." "I said I was being strategic. What did you think that meant?" She didn't answer. Just went back to the bedroom and closed the door. That evening she barely spoke to me, made her own dinner, ate in the bedroom, went to bed early. I stayed up late working on interview prep, going over technical questions, reviewing the company's tech stack. The next morning, March 2nd, I woke up to her already dressed and packing a bag. "What's going on?" "I'm staying at my friend's place for a few days." "Why?" "Because I need space, to think." "Think about what?" She stopped packing and looked at me. "About whether I can build a future with someone who has no ambition, who just got laid off and seems completely unbothered by it." "I'm not unbothered. I'm prepared. There's a difference. You don't get it. I need stability. I need someone who's driven, who's going places, and right now you're just not that person. I've been telling you I'm interviewing for better positions. Talk is cheap. Everyone says they're going to do something. Actually doing it is different. She left. Didn't say when she'd be back. Just left. I spent that weekend alone, finishing my interview prep. The final interview was scheduled for March 5th, that Tuesday. It was with a major tech company for a principal engineer position. The salary was $285,000 plus equity and bonuses. Triple what I'd been making. I'd been through 4 rounds already, and this was just a formality with the VP of engineering. The interview went perfectly. We talked for 2 hours. He loved my approach, my experience, my vision for their platform. By the end, he basically offered me the position on the spot. "I'll have HR send over the official offer by end of week," he said. "Looking forward to it." I got the official offer letter on March 8th, signed it the same day. Start date was April 1st. She came back to the apartment on March 9th. I was working on a personal project when she walked in. "We need to talk," she said. "Okay. I've been doing a lot of thinking. About us, about the future, about what I need. And I don't think this is working. I need someone who's at the same place in life as me. Someone who's ambitious and driven and not content with just existing." "So you're breaking up with me?" "I think it's for the best, for both of us." I should have told her right then, about the new job, about the salary, about how I'd spent 3 months strategically positioning myself for this exact opportunity. But something stopped me. Maybe it was pride. Maybe it was the realization that she was breaking up with me based on assumptions, based on what she thought I was, not who I actually was. "If that's what you want," I said. "It is." "Okay." She seemed surprised by how calm I was. "That's it? You're not going to fight for this? You just told me you can't build a future with me. What's there to fight for? I thought you'd at least try to change my mind." "Why? You've made your decision. I'm respecting it." She stood there for a moment, like she was waiting for me to break down or beg. When I didn't, she went to pack her things. Took her about 3 hours to get everything. I helped carry boxes to her car. We didn't talk much, just the logistics of who owned what. Before she left, she turned to me. "I hope you figure things out." "Thanks. You too." She drove away. I went back inside, sat on the couch, and felt relief. Like I'd been carrying something heavy and finally set it down. Update 1. The first 2 weeks after the breakup were quiet. She didn't contact me. I didn't contact her. I spent the time getting ready for my new job, finishing up some freelance projects, reorganizing the apartment now that it was just me. My start date was April 1st. First day was intense. Onboarding, meetings, getting set up with systems, meeting the team. The company was impressive. Big tech, name everyone recognizes, incredible resources. My title was Principal Software Engineer. My team was 15 people. My office had windows that overlooked the city. During lunch on my first day, my new manager took me around to meet people, introduced me to other principals, senior leadership, even the CTO briefly. Everyone was friendly, welcoming, clearly happy to have me there. "We're really excited about the direction you're going to take the platform," my manager said. "Happy to be here. The VP mentioned you're starting some ambitious initiatives. We're fully supportive." That's great to hear. End of first week, they announced new hires on the company LinkedIn page. Standard practice: photo, name, title, brief bio. Mine went up Friday evening, April 5th. "Please join us in welcoming Naim, our new principal software engineer. Naim brings 15 years of experience in distributed systems and will be leading critical infrastructure initiatives. We're thrilled to have him on board." I shared it on my personal LinkedIn with a simple caption. "Excited to start this new chapter." Didn't think much of it. Just standard professional networking. Saturday morning, April 6th, I woke up to 17 LinkedIn notifications. Connection requests, congratulations messages, recruiters reaching out, and one text message from her. "Saw your LinkedIn. Congrats on the new position." I stared at that message for a full minute. She'd broken up with me because I had no ambition, because I'd just gotten laid off, because I wasn't going places. And now, 4 weeks later, she was congratulating me on a position I'd secured before she even left. I didn't respond. Another text came through an hour later. That's a really impressive company. I didn't know you were interviewing with them. Still didn't respond. Then another. Maybe we grew apart too fast. Would be good to catch up sometime. That one made me laugh. Actually laugh out loud. Grew apart too fast. Like it was some mutual, gradual thing and not her walking out the door because she thought I was going nowhere. I typed out my response carefully. We didn't grow apart. You left because you thought I had no ambition and no future. I already had this job offer when you packed your things. I just didn't see the point in telling someone who'd already decided I wasn't worth her time. Good luck with everything. Sent it. Blocked her number. Blocked her on LinkedIn. Blocked her on all social media. Done. Update 2. She tried reaching out through mutual friends. 2 of them texted me over the next week saying she wanted to talk, that she felt terrible, that she'd made a mistake. I told both of them the same thing. She made her choice. I'm respecting it. Please don't pass along any more messages. One of them, our mutual friend who'd introduced us originally, called me directly. She's really torn up about this. Okay. She didn't know you had that job lined up. I told her I was interviewing. She chose not to believe me. Can you at least hear her out? Why? What's going to change? She showed me exactly who she is when things got hard. I don't need to hear an apology that's only happening because she found out I'm making good money now. That's harsh. Is it? She literally said I had no ambition and no future, then left. Now she wants back in because she saw a LinkedIn post. That's not harsh. That's just accurate. The friend sighed. I guess I see your point. I appreciate you trying to help, but I'm moving on. Please tell her to do the same. They stopped reaching out after that. Update 3. May came around. I was settling into my new role, loving the work, bonding with my team. The company culture was incredible. Collaborative, innovative, supportive, everything I'd wanted professionally. One evening after work, I went out with some colleagues for drinks. We were at a nice bar downtown, talking about a project launch we were planning. Around 8 p.m., she walked in. Just coincidence. She was with her own group of friends. We made eye contact across the room. She looked surprised, then nervous, then seemed to steel herself before walking over. Hi, she said. Hi. Can we talk? Privately? My colleagues sensed the tension and excused themselves to the bar. I don't think we have anything to talk about, I said. Please, just 5 minutes. Fine, 5 minutes. We stepped outside. She was wringing her hands, clearly rehearsed what she wanted to say. I made a mistake. A huge mistake. I was scared when you got laid off, and I panicked. I thought you didn't have a plan, but you did. You were ahead of everyone. I should have trusted you. Okay. Is that all you're going to say? What do you want me to say? That I forgive you? That we can try again? Yes. I'd like that. I don't. She looked stunned. Why not? Because when things got hard, when I needed support, you left. You didn't ask questions. You didn't trust me. You just decided I wasn't good enough and walked out. That's not a partnership. That's conditional support based on how successful you think I am. I was scared. So was I. I just lost my job. But instead of having a partner to figure it out with, I had someone evaluating whether I was still worth her time. That's not fair. Neither is telling someone they have no ambition when they're actively building their career. Neither is leaving them because they're not performing up to your standards. You showed me who you are. I believe you. People make mistakes. They do. And I'm letting you make yours without me. I walked back inside. She didn't follow. Update 4. June. She started dating someone new, I heard from a mutual friend, someone who was still friendly with both of us. Apparently it was serious, moving fast. Good for her, I said. You really don't care? Not even a little bit. She talks about you sometimes, says she regrets how things ended. She can regret it all she wants. Doesn't change anything. You're really over it, huh? I was over it the day she walked out. Everything after that was just confirmation I made the right call. Meanwhile, my career was taking off. The initiatives I'd started were working. My team was hitting every milestone. Leadership loved me. By mid-June, my manager pulled me aside. We're creating a new director-level position, architecture and infrastructure. We want you to take it. That's a huge jump. You've earned it. You've accomplished more in 3 months than most people do in a year. The promotion came with another significant raise. I was now making more than 4 times what I'd made at my previous job. The job I'd been laid from. The job she thought indicated I had no ambition. I posted about the promotion on LinkedIn in July. Kept it professional, thanked my team, talked about exciting challenges ahead, didn't mention her, didn't need to. Final update. It's now October, 7 months since the breakup. I'm thriving. Career is incredible. I bought a house, the thing she'd been so obsessed with. Modern, 3-bedroom, great neighborhood. Finally have space for a proper home office. I've been casually dating. Met someone a few weeks ago who's kind, funny, doesn't evaluate my worth based on my job title. We're taking it slow. It's nice. I heard through the grapevine that she and her new boyfriend broke up. Something about him not being financially stable enough. The irony isn't lost on me. She tried to reach out one more time last month, sent an email to my personal address, the one I'd forgotten to change, long message about growth and mistakes and second chances. I read it once, deleted it, finally updated my email. I don't hate her. I don't really feel anything about her anymore. She was right about one thing. We did grow apart. She just got the timeline wrong. We didn't grow apart too fast. I grew, and she stayed exactly the same. Still measuring people by their income and status. Still confusing ambition with someone's willingness to perform their success for her approval. The funniest part? She thought I had no ambition when I was at my most ambitious. I was playing chess while she was reading the scoreboard. She just couldn't see it. Someone asked me last week if I'd ever get back together with her if she really changed. No, I said. Not because I hold a grudge, but because she showed me how she handles adversity. When things got tough, she ran. I need someone who stays. That's fair. Besides, I'm happy now. Really happy. Why would I go back to someone who made me feel like I was never enough? I wouldn't. And I won't. That's the whole story. She left when she thought I was down, found out I was actually up, wanted back in. I said no. Simple as that.